Chapter 7, Lesson 7, Area and Perimeter of Similar Figures. You will be able to find the relationship between perimeters and areas of similar figures. If figure B is similar to figure A by a scale factor, then the perimeter of B is equal to the perimeter of A times that scale factor. Similarly, with area, as long as figures A and B are similar, the area of figure B is equal to the area of figure A times that scale factor squared. In similar figures, the perimeters are related by the scale factor K, but what about the area? The area of one similar figure is equal to the other area of the other similar figure times the square of the scale factor, or K squared. So the two rectangles are similar. One has a length of 6 inches and a perimeter of 24. So let's draw that. Has a length of 6 inches and a perimeter of 24 inches. The other has a length of 7 inches, and we need to know what is the perimeter. So what we do here is to find it, we take the length of the figure we're trying to find and put it over the length of our old figure. This right here is our scale factor. So to find the perimeter of figure B, perimeter equals, we take the perimeter of figure A, which is 24, and we multiply it by the scale factor, which is 7/6. So the perimeter, when you multiply 24 times 7/6, we get 28. The perimeter is then 28 inches. Triangle LMN is similar to triangle PQR. If the perimeter of LMN is 64 inches, what is the perimeter of PQR? Since we're finding PQR, our scale factor will be 18 over 24. Again, 18 is the numerator because this is the figure's perimeter we're trying to find. This has the piece of information we don't know. Therefore, the 18 is the numerator. So to find our new perimeter, we take our perimeter of our old figure, or the figure we know, and we multiply it by the scale factor of 18 over 24. And actually, going back to the scale factor, we can reduce it here. 18 over 24 is divisible by 3, actually divisible by 6. So when we divide by 6, we can reduce it to 3/4. So it'll make, when we multiply this, a little bit easier. So I'm going to go ahead and change this to a reduced fraction. Now, if you didn't reduce it, you would still get the same answer. But keep in mind that scale factor should be reduced. So if you were to name the scale factor, you'd have to reduce it. However, when you're finding the perimeter, you could use either one and you'll get the same answer. So our perimeter here is 48 when we multiply those, and it's in meters. In a scale drawing, the perimeter of the garden is 64 inches. So perimeter is 64 inches. The actual length of AB, and I'm going to go ahead and draw another triangle, although it's not going to technically be the actual length. We'll say this is A, B, and C again. The actual length is 21 feet, and we want to know this perimeter. So our perimeter is found by taking the old perimeter and multiplying it by the scale factor. 21 is our numerator because that's the measurement we're trying to find, or we're trying to find the perimeter of that triangle, I should say. 24 is the other length. And again, to reduce that fraction, it is divisible by 3. This would actually be 7/8. But you can use either or, so I'll show you that by using the 21 over 24. So perimeter equals 56, and we are talking about feet. So this right here, the 7/8 is our scale factor. But when you're plugging it in, you can use 21 over 24. It's perfectly fine. Letter D. 2 quilting squares are shown. The scale factor is 3:2, so it actually gives us the scale factor this time, so we don't have to figure that out. Find what is the perimeter of square TUVW. Well, we first need to know this perimeter. It's a square, so each side length is 4. Which means the perimeter, by adding all the sides, is 16 inches. Now, we don't know any lengths here, but it doesn't matter because it gives us the scale factor. So our new perimeter is going to be our old perimeter times that scale factor. Now we would write this as a fraction, 3/2. The first number would be your numerator. Multiply those together, and we would get 24 inches. The Eddingtons have a 5-foot by 8-foot porch on the front of their house. They are building a similar porch on the back with double the dimensions. Find the area of the back porch. Now on your worksheet it's a little hard to see, but your porch, I want you to trace over it. Your porch is right here. On this screen it's a little bit lighter in color, just didn't copy well on the papers. So this is your porch right in here. And the dimensions are 8 by 5. So the first thing we need to do is find the area of that porch. It is a rectangle, and area is base times height. So it's 8 times 5, which is 40 square feet. So to find the area of the new figure, area equals, we take the area of the old, and we're going to multiply it by the scale factor squared. So we need to know the scale factor. Well, it tells us right here it's double the size, so our scale factor is 2. Area equals 40 times 2 squared, which is 160, and it's square feet because it's area. Molly is painting a mural on her bedroom wall. The image is she is reproducing is 4.8 inches by 7.2 inches. So 4.8 inches by 7.2 inches. If the dimensions of the mural are 10 times the dimensions of the image, find the area of the mural in square inches. Well, we need to know the area of this image first. Area equals base times height because it is a rectangle. Area equals 4.8 times 7.2. Area equals 34.56. Do not round. If you have to round, you always round at the very end of your problem. So our new area is going to be our old area times the scale factor squared. It's going to be 10 times the size, so it would be 10 squared, which means the area is 3,456, and we are talking about inches, so inches squared. One thing I should have been doing along here, I'm just going to call this area 2 and this one area 1. Go ahead and go back on your notes and do the same. So this would be area 2. This is all area 1. This is perimeter 2, perimeter 1. Just so when you're going back on it, it's easier to understand if we have so many common variables. Okay. Julie is enlarging a digital photograph of her computer. The original photograph is 5 inches by 7 inches. If she enlarges the dimensions 1.5 times, what will be the perimeter and area of the new image? So here we have the scale factor of 1.5. So we have this photograph that's 5 by 7. We need to find the area. Area is base times height, which is 5 times 7, or 35. We also need to know the perimeter. The perimeter, you just add up all the sides. Well, this would be 7 and 5. Add those up, and you get 24. To find our new area, we take our old area and multiply it by the scale factor squared. When we do that, we get a result of 78.75 inches squared. To find our new perimeter, we take our old perimeter and multiply that by the scale factor. Not squared, just the scale factor. And for our perimeter, we get 36 inches. So here's the new area, and here's the new perimeter.